It's really shocking what this has come to. You think about, for example, what's happening at Columbia University. The president, former president, mentioned this earlier today. Columbia University, my alma mater, having to shut down its graduation. Nobody's going to get to walk with their cap and gown. I mean, it's kind of a monumental, important thing, right? Like, as a parent, you want the picture. You've just paid $70,000 plus a year for your kid to get this Ivy League degree. Maybe the kid took out a whole bunch of loans, which I guess you're going to pay back anyway, if they graduate. Kamala said they don't have to. She'll still pay it back, right? So they spend all this money. You'd think you'd at least get the photo op at the end of the day with the graduation, go up, accept the diploma, blah, 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 blah. Nope, not at Columbia. News today, headlines out. Columbia University is canceling its graduation ceremony because of the protesters. So the protesters win. Let's listen to the clip from Fox if we have it, Drew.
We learned on Thursday and Friday, Senator, the Biden administration internally is considering the potential to allow thousands of Palestinians trapped in Gaza.
Oops, I think it's the wrong one, but it's okay. No. Let's hear it anyway. We might as well hear it because you know what? Hamas says it's going to agree to a ceasefire. Apparently, Israel isn't buying it. I don't blame them. But let's go back and listen to Jillian Turner there from Fox.
We learned on Thursday and Friday, Senator, the Biden administration internally is considering the potential to allow thousands of Palestinians trapped in Gaza to enter the U.S. on refugee visas. What do you think about that potential move?
Insane. Look, there are reasons why Egypt, an American partner, does not want Gazans coming into its own territory. They know what a dangerous threat it is. So either they need to go into shelters in Gaza, or we need to work with countries like Egypt or other countries in the region if there are going to be refugees leave Gaza. That is always the preferred method of dealing with refugees, keeping them as close as possible to their home country. To fly thousands of Arabs out of Gaza into the United States, just like we've let millions of people cross our border illegally, would be the height of folly.
Just very quickly, Senator, countries like Jordan, Egypt have already said, we're not taking them in, citing security concerns.
And if Jordan and Egypt won't take them in because of security concerns, what does it say about Joe Biden's judgment to even consider?
Okay, so bottom line there is that he's not too enthusiastic about taking in refugees from Gaza here into the United States of America. And, you know, hey, I get it, right? Are you interested in taking in refugees from Gaza into the United States of America? I don't think so, right? There's obvious security concerns related to that, as there should be. You know, one of the things that I thought did Nikki Haley in ages ago was her actually willingly admitting on CNN that we might want to take a look at bringing in refugees from Gaza as this whole thing started breaking out. And I'm like, am I hearing things? Am I hearing things? You know what? I don't think this woman, like, she's trying to be everything to everyone. Like, it's not working. So there's this chatter now that somehow that we should be taking in refugees. I don't think that's really going to play in Peoria, as they say. I mean, I think back even to my own home state of New Hampshire, which is leaning really blue. And even the then governor, Maggie Hassan, at one point was being asked about, should we take refugees from Syria? Remember when we were, Germany was taking all the refugees from Syria? And she's like, no, we're not taking any here in New Hampshire. And she's Democrat. So I think that this is going to be really a tough sell in America right now. Heck, we've got 8 million people that are already in the country as of this year, apparently illegally. Those are the ones that we know about, right? Thanks to Joe Biden's very, very weak border. So how do you actually get to the point where you're going to suddenly take in refugees from Gaza? I don't think it's going to fly. But is this part of this Columbia students' demands? Do we have the video? Do we, Drew, from Columbia? If we do, great. If not, it's okay. But I think I sent it earlier today, so it would be early in the queue. In other words, a lot of the protesters there at Columbia are demanding this, that, and the other. Remember when they shut down Hamilton Hall and they were demanding that they get food and water as well? It's like, guys, hey, you're going to protest. You gotta go all in. you didn't bring any food and water. Tough luck. You know, the university's not going to provide it to you. Sounds like maybe we don't have it, so that's okay. But anyway, it was just a report earlier today saying they are canceling the graduation, not happening for Columbia. I feel for them. You know what? But this is what you get when you get bad management at the top. Think about that. No management. The woman that's running that university is in so far over her head. She is a newly named president of that university, a woman who, you know, look, I thought, hey, an economist, maybe she's got a head on her shoulders. She doesn't. And so it's like negotiating with terrorists. I mean, for goodness sakes, these protesters were like, we're not leaving. They took over the campus and she's like, no, you're leaving. This is a few weeks ago, right? You're leaving by Thursday night at midnight or whatever. And they're like, yeah, nope. And then she backed off. And so it wasn't until the police had to come in. By the way, Eric Adams has promised that he could keep Columbia University safe and they could move forward with the graduation, but she's refusing to do it. I'd be asking for a little bit of a refund. You know, what do you think? Can I get a refund on my university degree? That's what I'd say if I were those kids. I don't even get to have a graduation. A lot of those kids, by the way, think about the timing. They came in during COVID. So like their first year was COVID and now they get no graduation. I mean, you want to talk about a generation getting lost in the shuffle. I feel for those kids. It really stinks.